Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Latinistas unboxing. Today we have the second of the new Latinistas dolls, and that is Julianna. Now, these are by Purpose Toys Latin, an offshoot of the makers who brought us Naturalistas last year. And these are very pretty dolls. These have a much brighter color scheme. And we've already looked at Lola. So today we're going to look at Julianna. And the nice thing about these dolls is they all have a little backstory built in. Hers is, I'm Julianna. From exciting and electrifying New York, Julianna is a talented art student and amazing painter who spends much of her time celebrating and promoting the work of other artists in the community. When she's not studying or organizing art events, Julianna volunteers her time teaching cultural arts to the children in her neighborhood. Julianna always encourages her family and friends to celebrate and support local artists. She believes art is the heart of the community. Her motto is El arte viene del alma. Art comes from the soul. Now, here is her UPC, in case you're looking for her. I picked mine up at Target. These dolls run about $13, which is not bad considering how pretty they are. And they're pretty well rooted also. And they've got a plethora of fun little accessories. Their clothes are really well constructed, which I love. They do have bigger feet than standard fashion dolls. These are about the same size as Rainbow High feet, but they have a much higher arch. So you could put them in Rainbow High shoes, but not necessarily. So we're gonna pop her out. Nice thing about these dolls is they're pretty easy to open without destroying the box too rough. But here she is, outside of the little plastic. As we can see, she's got a really pretty face. She is sort of a middle tone because the only bad part about these dolls is they're not super articulated. We're going to take a look at that once I get her fully out of the box. But I do tend to try to get some extra articulation added onto them, mainly by putting them onto made-to-move bodies. But let's get her out and see how she looks. The nice part about these dolls is that they're pretty easy to unbox. Like, they don't hide the little stickers from you, which is really nice because not all toy companies like us that much and they want to hide all these things from us. What is she still stuck on over here? Oh, there's a little hidden one under there. That's fine. So she's really cute. She's got a sort of 2 or 3 tone brown hair. It's pretty soft. It is pretty decently rooted. You can see scalp, but you can see scalp on me too. So I am mad. You can definitely do a lot of fun styles with these dolls, just as their hair is. But most of them come in pretty neutral hairstyles, which I like. But we've got a little rubber band that's wrapped tight in her joint to hold her little clutch on. Well, not a clutch because it's got a strap, but little micro purse, whatever they're called now. It's not going to come off. All right, there we go. It's nice. It's cute. It's a pretty decent mold. It's not super branded, but it is just a brick purse, so I don't generally tend to do those. She is a pretty firm-headed doll. I would recommend heating these heads up before you rebody them. My general rule of thumb is if I can't squeeze it with my hands, then it's not soft enough to rebody yet. But really cute shoe mold. Now sometimes these shoes work for tall dolls and curvy dolls, but not all the time. Mainly it's going to be when it's a fully closed in shoe or boot. With heels like this, you'll be able to see just how much of the shoe is open, even if it stays on. She's got really cute hoop earrings. The nice part about these is they come right out. You don't have to have that little peg that Mattel puts inside all of their earrings, which, to be fair, I have found fashionistas from like 2010 that still have their earrings because they have those pegs. So, I mean, it has its reason. But I love these pants. And I love that the only branding on there is the little Latinistas right there, and it's not covered in that pattern. But again, we have the Latinistas up here across her bust, which is really cute. But again, no articulation at the elbows or the wrist. It is kind of soft, so it feels like it can move, but it actually doesn't move. And then nothing at the knees or ankles, just right there at the wrist. I mean, right there at the hips. But she does sit pretty well, so that's good. So, that's pretty much all there is to these dolls. But, as an added bonus, I am going to show you guys a couple of the skin tones that I think she's going to match. So I think she's probably going to be a best match for this blue top made to move. It's not perfect. She's a little redder. Let's see. There's also this green top, green yoga, but this one seems almost too light. Yeah, I think I'd still probably go with the blue compared to the green. Let me just show you against one of the darker tones. So I have a Freya from Barbie Looks. And it's not a horrible match, but she's a lot redder. So I'd probably stick with this one because it's still got that same kind of dusky quality. But yeah, those are going to pretty much be your options for color swapping her. There is the Petite Carl Looks, who might also work. There's this one. And she's not bad. But she's a little bit low in my collection, so I think I'm going to stick with this one for now, because I think I still have a couple more of her left. Oh, well, actually, maybe I should use the petite one now that I'm looking at my stock. Huh. I don't know. We'll see. But I won't rebody her on film just because I am going to have to go and heat the head up. But she's very pretty. The neck peg is pretty standard under there. She has a really long neck, as you can see. But, like, again, my goal is always to get it to where it comes down and goes around like that, and that's what the neck peg looks like. So I was able to do that by force, but I wouldn't really pop this onto a made-to-move neck without softening it for a little bit, even if it's just putting it over some steam. But yeah, I'm just gonna warm this up a little bit before I put it on her body. But the clothes work nice and perfectly. But let me show you what I mean about the shoes not really working on Barbie. Like, that is a big footin' difference. Like, these wouldn't stay on their own. So if I was going, since I'm gonna rebody her, I'll just find some nice orange shoes and pair those over to her. But let's see what I can find in my collection real quick, because I do have some stuff. And I want to show you guys how this fits. Bum, 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 ba-dum. So these are really pretty molds. They do look pretty similar to one another, though, just as far as the actual like face molds go. I think they use a singular face mold and just use different paint styles and hairstyles to really give the dolls their own looks. As you can see, it's a standard articulation. Pretty good. I've seen better hip articulation on 5-point dolls, but it is what it is. And then we can put our we can put this outfit on our made to move body to show you guys how it fits. And again, this is about what it's going to look like. As far as the top, let me show you how the pants are going to look like. They are cuffed at the bottom, so do be a little careful with your ankles on your made-to-move dolls. But again, that looks perfect on a Barbie. So, this doll actually does have a soft head. I'm gonna try to get her prepped. Okay, as you can see, I take that off without softening it because the head was very squishy. But because this is a bigger neck peg, I don't think I wanna try to just force it on. Yeah, no. I'm gonna heat her up real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, now that she's softened up, now we can try putting her on the neck. And again, what we wanna do is just try to get it right over that little nub there at the end. It's not the easiest because these are just barely too small. So you do kind of have to pop it on there, but once you get it on there, it's very good. And then we just pop her earrings back in, just like that, and like that. And now we've got a nice made-to-move doll who is ready for the Latinista finals. So we've upgraded her from this body to the blue Made to Move body. And I think it's a really good swap for her. As you can see, a little bit of a tonal difference between the dolls, but it's not crazy. And then we can just put some fun orange or gold shoes on her. I think I'm actually gonna go with gold, maybe. Yes, I'm gonna use some generic shoes that I picked up from AliExpress for her. Kind of give her a fun little shoe fit. These are also a little loose, but it's okay. But very cute. And now she is ready for all of her fun. We can do a little bit more with her hair if we feel like it, but for now, I like the way she came out. So if you guys have any questions about her, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like, and as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Bye y'all. Be good.